Traders at Access Bank expect the quiet trend in the bond market to linger with a bearish bias ahead of today's OMO auction. Bosun Obembe, Treasury Team Lead at Access Bank, joins me now for more market movements. Bosun, thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with today's OMO auction. Market has been looking forward to this. So talk to us about what your expectations are, stop rates and subscription levels.
So for today's OMO, yes, the market has been very tight in terms of liquidity. So yesterday the liquidity was in repo. Today as well, over 700 billion in repo. But there was FAC payment which market expect to come today or tomorrow, which is about 895 billion coming into the system. So CBN, knowing this, has announced a no more auction. The CBN is willing to mop about 150 billion of this liquidity coming to the system. Given the tight system liquidity, I expect that the OMO, the stop ratio increase, because we're already seeing offers in the market at 22.5 levels and 23 levels. So I expect that the stop rate, at least on the long end, should increase at today's OMO auction. And I don't expect so much participation because the market is in repo.
Right. So bring us up to speed on trading action and the other segments of the market. Let's start with the bond market.
So on the bond market, this week we are supposed to have a bond auction, which was moved to next week, given that DMO anticipated that the system is in repo. So if the bond auction has happened this week, the subscription level will have been very low. But with the FAC payment that will happen this week, we expect that the next week bond auction, that will be better participation from investors. We have 2029, 2031, and 33 on offer. But DMO, what we've noticed in recent time is DMO is trying to reduce their borrowing so that they can actually manage the debt service cost. But I expect that the stop rate will close at the similar level that we are seeing offers currently in the market. On the 29th, we're currently getting offer around 19 levels, and on 31, we're having offer 20 and 21 levels. So I expect similar level at next week bond auction.
And for the corporate bond market, let's just talk very briefly about that. How much action are we seeing at the corporate bond market? Looking at where benchmark rates are, that obviously that guides the rates for corporate. What are you seeing?
I think on the corporate bond, it's been quiet, given that even if you look at the commercial paper, because if you want to borrow now, if a corporate wants to issue a corporate bond, you have to come at something higher than where MPR is, and that is a bit on the high side, which is you have to borrow at maybe 27-28%. And I think attention has been focused more on the right issue and a public offer, which we've seen banks coming into the market to raise funds. So most investors, they focus their attention on equity. I think that's where most of the corporate are actually looking at now. So I think this is not the appropriate time for most corporate to come out, because if they come to borrow at this current level, a bond is going to be at a higher cost. So what I think we've seen most corporate trying to do is maybe float a commercial note, short tenor between 180 to 270 days, and they just borrow at maybe 27% yield. So that by the time it's mature, we all know that this high interest rate environment is not going to last forever. So maybe in the next 1 year we'll go back to the normal levels. So because we've seen a lot of complaint from the corporate that this current high interest rate is not something sustainable, and it's not for business to strive. So the corporate bond space has been quite quiet. People have focused more on the corporate on FGM bond and some state bond.
Right. Let's talk about the FX market. And I know that for the OMO auction also, part of the reason was, it's targeted also at foreign investors for the CBN to buy dollars from them. Talk to us about where the Naira is today. We've seen it trading at that 1,500, just at the top of 1,500 band. But where is it today, and what is your forecast for where it could potentially close today?
So for today, we've seen the 16 handle being crushed. We've seen offers around the 1600, but most clients thinking to buy within where NIFES closed yesterday, in 1580 to 1590. But today, my expectation is I expect that given the improvement that we've seen in external reserve, you look at a month to date, we've seen over 1.5 billion increase in external reserve. So I believe that CBN should actually come into the market to actually intervene. Most of the customers buying at this high level is kind of very difficult for them, and given that the Naira situation is very tight, so even the Naira to buy the dollar is not there, and most of the offshores, we've not really seen a lot of offers for this tight on Naira liquidity. So I think today we might still be within that 1580, 1590 levels. We've seen the trade above 1600 handle today.
All right. Thank you so much, Bosun, for bringing us up to speed. Appreciate your time on the show today. Bosun Obembe, Treasury Team Lead at Axis Bank, bringing us up to speed on trading at Nigeria's fixed income and FX market.